everybody, it's your Sam and I'm here with another video. Today I want to talk about discovery writing, which is kind of what I am. Discovery writing is also known as pantsing. Now, I used to be a tried and true discovery slash pantser, and now I'm more of an in-between, like a plantser, or half between a discovery writer and a plotter. When I have an idea for a book, I write down what I know right then about the idea, or try to. That way I can remember the details and what sparked the interest in a particular kind of story. Then I try to follow some kind of loose outline, a loose plot. I figure out where a good spot is to begin with this character's story or characters. I try to figure out what a good middle would be, what a good climax scene might be, what their main problems are. And then, how do I really want to end the book? Sometimes there's a little bit more detail into the outline than that. Most of the time it's basically just that. 3 or 4 points, and I'm good. A true discovery writer or a pantser doesn't really do that. They write the story as they see it, or how they imagine it. And they go from there. They build upon it and build upon it and build upon it. And they don't know where it's really going until they write it. Sometimes, though, as a discovery writer, even as a plotter, you get stuck. So how do you build upon this idea? Whenever I get an idea, I write it down. I figure out what I want the main character to look like, or main characters to look like, because I need a steady visual to imagine this character going through these scenes that I try to imagine. Sometimes I start writing from there. When I get stuck with it, I ask myself some questions. What scene after this do I really want to happen that would really catch my reader? Or if I was reading this book, what would really catch me and make me want to continue reading this book? If that question doesn't really work, I ask myself, what kind of situation can I insert into this to kickstart my brain into writing again? What kind of problem can I create for these characters that will build and build and build till I can finish the book? Something like a fire, or maybe there is another villain that gets inserted in, and all of a sudden they have someone new to argue with or fight against. Maybe it is a diagnosis of a syndrome or disease that they, of course, were not expecting. How do they deal with this? How do they reach a happy ending with this? Something like that. Another tip, if you are stuck and you're a discovery writer and you don't feel like trying to plot things out, whatever scene that you have ended with, maybe something in your brain is saying, this isn't quite right. See if you can backtrack a little bit to where you feel a little bit better, or to where you can ask, what if this happened instead? And maybe that's the path that your imagination and the characters want to go down instead of the one that you first thought of while you were writing. Trust me, keep the portion that you wrote that didn't quite fit or feel right, or you got stuck on, because it might become useful later in another scene, or maybe you get stuck on the new path and you get an idea for the old one. That way you can backtrack to it and start again. I've done that a few times. I did that twice, and I'm no hero. It's probably the reason why it's so wordy and big, needless to say. Another thing that you can do if you get stuck or you need to build this story is ask where the characters came from. What in their history put them in this situation that you're writing about now? What in their history would make them react in a different way from another person? Why would it make them more interesting, and why are you writing about it? What made them the way they are? You can also pull from their history another problem. Maybe there's a crazy ant that shows up every now and then and wreaks havoc and creates more problems that the character has to overcome in order to reach that happy ending or whatever ending it is that you have in mind, if you have an ending in mind. My last tip or my last idea finder is try to figure out what that character would like to be at by the end of your book. Would they get the new job? Would they get the girl? Would they die? Or something like that. Try to figure out the ending of the book, and maybe that will help your imagination and the characters flow down towards that path. Granted, if you're a writer like me, the characters are going to go off on path B, then go to path Z, and then find their way to M, and then maybe go back to A, and that's okay. You're a discovery writer. That's what you do. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you found any of this interesting or helpful, make sure to like the video. Hit that subscribe button too. If you want to see more from me, ring that bell so that you can be notified whenever I upload videos. I upload videos every Sunday and Thursday, and I do productivity or writing streams every Thursday at 9 a.m. Eastern. Join me and we can work together. Thank you again for watching. Be kind to everyone. Be kind to yourself. Keep writing, keep being creative, and I will see you next time.